Hey YouTube, it's me, Raissa Artista, aka Rai.Art Photography, and I'm back again with another video. And today's video is going to be about the photographer tag because I want anyone who's watching who's interested in my photography to learn a little bit more about me as a photographer, and my style of photography and all of that photographer talk. But yes, so I'm going to be looking down here because I have the questions all written down in my photography book. So yeah, so question number 1. How did you get into photography? Well, that's a question I get asked a lot, or people ask me, when did you start photography? I got into photography a long time ago. I actually started doing photographs on my smartphone, and I would always take photos of myself and plants. It was mostly pictures of me and pictures of plants, and then I would edit it on free editing softwares. And yeah, that was pretty much it. The best smartphone I had for photography was the Samsung, the Galaxy S5. That was the best camera ever. But yeah, I started photography a really long time ago. I didn't become professional. I didn't take the professional approach until a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, a year and a couple months ago. What was your first camera? I still have my first camera. Let me show you this bad boy. My first camera was the Rebel SL1, and it's right here. Boom. And I got this camera, oh my god, I honestly don't remember when I got this camera, but I've had this camera for a while now. At the time I got it was the world's smallest DSLR, and I don't have the biggest hands, so I started out with something that I could easily hold. I mean, if you know how small my hands are, then you will know how small this camera is. But I wanted something white because I consider myself very unique. I know everybody and their mom thinks you're unique, but I think I'm very unique, and not many people really have a white camera. And I also got the matching kit lens to go with it, even though I never really use this ever. Now I use this camera more for vlogs or little tiny things. But I love this baby. I would recommend this camera to anybody who's who's a beginner, because honestly, even though the camera is a beginner camera, I got so many of my best works. A lot of my favorite photographs are with this camera. But yes. What is my photography inspiration? Faces. So before doing photography, I was a portrait artist, and I focused a lot on faces. So now I consider myself a portrait and editorial photographer, so I still focus a lot on faces. So the shift from doing portrait, so the shift from being a portrait photographer to portrait artist really wasn't that big of a difference for me, because the main focus is the face, and I've always liked capturing faces regardless, so it was a little bit easier for me to capture the same essence of faces. Because literally all over my house, all you see is just paintings of faces or pictures of faces, and I currently have one that I'm painting right now. What does photography mean to you? Photography is it's like a blanket, because it could mean a lot of things. Photography to me is just beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Literally beauty is in the eyes of the beholder, because multiple people can have a camera and they can take the same object in different ways. They can edit it differently, they can position it differently, they can do so much for you. The same object can look different to multiple people. So that's why I'm saying beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. That is literally photography. How do you overcome photography block? Pinterest. I honestly always have photography block, and then I also have this book. So my photography book is literally tips and tricks, video ideas, portrait ideas, camera setting tips, lighting tips, anything photography that I'm interested in, I put it in this book. Tips for noobs. What is one tip I would give a new photographer? The one tip I would give you is always focus on the eyes. If you can focus on the eyes, literally the rest of your picture is boom, bam, boom. Just focus on the eyes, okay? It's the first thing that you look at when you look at a photo. Just focus on the eyes. What is my photographer pet peeve? Oh, I have a lot. I think the biggest one is when I'm trying to do a photo shoot and a client just is on their phone on Snapchat the whole time, and I'm just like, you know your shoot's only an hour, right? you spent like 30 minutes of that on Snapchat. Or they're trying to flex for Snapchat like they're on a, you know, when people are trying to flex for Snapchat and you're trying to take photos and all you see is just, who is your favorite photographer? I have a lot of favorite photographers. Oh my gosh, like there's some of them I can't even name right off the bat, but I will definitely list them in the video or like in the description box or anything like that. I absolutely love Irene Rudnick's photography. Rudnick? Whatever her last name is. I love her work. Like I love. Her work reminds me of like her work reminds me of mine a little bit. Like our work is somewhat similar, but hers is more like very feminine, very fairy tale-ish, and I think mine is a little bit of that, but not too much, because I do have different styles in my photography, so it's not like a set thing every single time. Like if you look at my photography page, it's different, different things. So depending on what I'm doing, my style is very similar to hers. Another photographer I really like is Jessica Cabesi. I mean, I like a lot of people. Like I like a lot of people. Always down to support a fellow photographer hustling and making it in this competitive field. What would your pseudonym be? A pseudonym is like an alter ego name, I guess. My pseudonym is what I already go by. I go by Raissa Artista. When I make it big, or if I make it big, that is literally going to be the name I'm known for, Raissa Artista. That is my YouTube name, that is my Instagram name. I've already copped that name on every platform. Don't play me, boo, don't play. What is the best moment to take photos? Oh my goodness. Golden hour. If I had to pick one lens, what lens would you do? I would pick my 50mm 1.4 lens because it's the best lens in the whole wide world. Obviously I'm gonna get a 1.2 when I'm making that bread, but right now the 1.4 does the trick for me. It's what is my photographer dream? My photographer dream is to one day just do it and not even worry about where I'm getting an income from. Just do it because I love to do it. Like do it as a passion. Do my job as a passion. Do my hobby as a passion. You know what I mean? Like, what are my top 3 photographs that I've taken? My favorite photograph I've ever taken, oh my god, it's this model. Well, she's not really a model, but she can be because she has what it takes. But yes, like, oh my gosh, she's just so beautiful. The way the sun radiated on her skin, oh my gosh. Like when I was editing the photo, I was just like, oh my gosh. This photo is just the death of me. It's still literally my favorite photo. I love that photo so much. Yep. But her name is Philomena. She's a very beautiful individual. And then my second favorite photo would be the video. There's actually a video of the shoot. It was the 3 photographers shoot 2 models, and she was sitting on the floor and she had the little nightgown and it was draped over her and she looks so beautiful. I think that's one of my second photos. And another model, she's actually trying to be a model. She's trying to go far in terms of modeling. Yeah, there was this one photo I took of her at the pool, and I think she was like, I don't remember how she was sitting, but as soon as I pulled that photo up in Lightroom and Photoshop, I was like, yes, let me hook this photo up. I got it. But anyways, that was one of my favorite shots, and it was, I believe, Justice and Simone, and they were like right up on top of each other, and the photo was so beautiful, and it's like one of my favorite that's one of my favorite indoor photos as well. I have a lot. I mean, I have a lot. Who else is my favorite photographer? Me. Would I pay to get my shots done by me? Yes, I would. I would. Ooh. Anyways, thanks for watching my video. If you want to learn more about me as a photographer, if you have any questions photography related, just let me know and I will try to answer them below. Shoot me an email if you're interested in a booking shoot. And if you want to see how I edit photos or anything like that, any type of video photography related, just comment down below, like and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.